All right, how's everybody doing here? Make sure I'm going live here on Facebook too. There we go. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna give everyone a few minutes to join in here. Let me grab my water jug so I can stay hydrated up in here. And we're gonna get into everything in just a few minutes here. And as you guys are joining, just be sure to comment down below. I'll shout you out as you're coming in. I just want to know who is on here and watching. I like to keep this thing interactive so I can, chat back and forth with you guys, call your name out, ask you questions. You can ask me questions. So I'm not just talking to the camera here for an hour straight. But yeah. So how's everybody doing? How's your week been going so far? I know it's only Tuesday, but what are you guys sitting at AP wise up until this point? Daniel, what's going on? How you doing? It's good to have you on here. And if you guys are on Facebook, what you can do, because it doesn't automatically show your name, it just says like Facebook right there. So if you go, I think this is the URL right here. If you go to that, what I just posted there, I think it's StreamYard.com/Facebook. You can give access because we're streaming it from a platform called StreamYard. And then whenever you make a post, it'll show your name instead of just saying Facebook user. But that's only for people on Facebook. But anyway, let me share my screen here and we'll go ahead and get into everything. Highlight all this black so we're not skipping ahead. And here we go. All right. So I'm going to share my screen right here. Perfect. And then I'm going to, let's see. I want to make sure I can still see the comments too. Brian, what's going on, brother? So basically, if you guys saw our last YouTube video, we basically, and I'll actually tell you what, I'll put it up here on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. The last YouTube video was about how we built a $166,000 per month. There I am live. Insurance agency without recruiting a single agent. We had some community interviews from some of our, top students, top people who've gone through our program, and heard from them, as well as some of the top people in the Facebook group. Were able to share some insights into what they've been doing, and basically what we did is in this live stream we're going to be going through. So basically, like, I'll kind of give you guys a little bit more background. So we had 3 people do an interview and kind of explain their process, how they got into insurance, what they were doing that was working. We had them distill all of their knowledge and all of their success into 3 key points that have led to their success. From that, we had 3 people with 3 key points. We condensed all of those 9 points into just 3, and that is what I'm going to present to you guys today. Is the 3 from the 9 from everybody, all of the top performers in the group, the 3 most important things that we've seen that are consistent and the same between everybody that is performing well in our Facebook group. And I'll kind of give a little bit of a background on like what I mean when I say 166K AP. So we started Insurance Agent Freedom, the Facebook group. Some of you guys are watching this live stream from that. For those of you that are not, it's facebook.com/group/insurance agent freedom. Feel free to join. We're giving away a free trip to Mexico. All you have to do is post your AP in the group. And so everyone that posted their annual premium in the group has been entered to win the Facebook group. And so we basically compiled all of the AP that's been posted in the group and divided it up by how many months we've had this Facebook group. And since we've been tracking this, and our average is about 166,000 in annual premium per month. And that number is growing every single month as more and more people join the Facebook group, more and more people are posting annual premium, and more people are implementing what I'm about to go over here. So if you guys are ready to hear the first tip to success that we have found from interviewing tons of our top students, getting them to give us their 3 key pieces to success, and then narrowing that down to the 3 most important keys to success. You guys are ready to hear number 1? Comment number 1 down below. I will be sure to share that in just a moment here. So let's see who wants to see the first key. I'm just looking for number 1s. Good Lord, my email is getting spammed. All right, I got a number 1. There we go. Our first number 1 came in. I see 17 people on here. Only one person wants to see it. Only one person. There we go. There's another one. All right. I'm not going to hold you guys up. This person said number 8. I'm guessing, well, no, I'm looking at my keyboard. Number 1 and number 8 are pretty far away. So I don't know how you make that mistake. But anyway, let me share my screen here. And I will show you guys number 1. What do you guys think it is? I'm curious. If you guys were to guess, just drop in the comments down below what you think the first key to success is. You guys think it's like, I don't know, a good script? What would you guys say that it is? The number 1 key to success, if you guys were to guess. Noah says number 1. What do you guys think it is? A good script? Maybe it's generating leads, consistency. Okay, that's a good guess here. Let's pop this up here. So number 1, believe it or not, is actually just having a positive attitude. So the way I view this is your entire business is based off of the foundation that you build. And that foundation is built upon you as the individual. Now, you and your habits and your consistency, as Facebook users said, a lot of that is based off of your attitude and your mindset. So as cliche as that sounds, from all of the people we talk to, the number 1 most important factor is simply showing up and having a good attitude. And it's the way they view the business, right? And so, again, there's thousands and thousands of leads being generated every single month by people in our community. And to make 166K AP a month, it's not a walk in the park. But of the people that are seeing success, they have a positive attitude, because every day that you show up and you start doing your activity, you're calling, you have appointments, there's going to be people that don't answer. There's going to be people that no-show you. There's going to be people that tell you to screw off or this or that or whatever, right? All kinds of things are going to happen. And so it comes back to making sure that you're still able to go at it, even if, like, let's say the first half of your day sucks and you are still able to have a positive attitude. When you start to get those opportunities that could turn into sales, if your attitude has gone down the shitter because you've been, facing some adversity in the beginning of the day, you're going to miss those opportunities that you would have converted on if you had a positive attitude. So some tips that I would give to, basically have a positive attitude instead of a negative one would be figuring out your why. So kind of work backwards. What are you doing this business for? Is it because you want to make money? Do you want to help people? And go deeper than just, hey, I want to make money. So let's say my why is I'm looking to make more money. Okay. So how much money am I looking to make? Let's say it's 6 figures. Well, what's the significance of 6 figures? Oh, well, it sounds good. Well, let's go a little deeper than that. Why do you actually want to make 6 figures? What do you need 6 figures for? Is it because you want a new car? Is it because you want to send your kids to a better school? Is it because you want to give your family a better opportunity than you have? What is that why? And if you can get really narrowed and dialed in on your why, your attitude will follow, because all of the bullshit that comes in the way with scaling and running a business doesn't matter if your why is strong enough. Like every single day, there's things that go wrong in our business. There's, I think it was last week or early this week, honestly can't even remember. Facebook basically like shut down everybody's ad account because of some privacy policy thing that we were using. And I had to go and talk to Facebook, and like my attitude approaching that situation would have greatly, like, it would not have worked out if I had a terrible attitude. So first thing is the attitude. Now, number two, the second biggest key to success that I have seen is finding a niche. Okay. And so if you're running final expense, your niche could literally just be seniors, right? Or your niche could be the location that you're targeting. Or your niche could even be the language that you speak if you speak Spanish. Okay. And so what I've found is that if you can pick one specific pocket of the market and really, really focus and dial in on serving those people, that is what performs the best. I have some more of my clients, Grace and Shane Webb, some of our students that have gone through the program. They're targeting a specific market, and they have tailored everything in their business to speak to those people specifically. I think their average cost per lead is like $3 to $5 for term leads, and it's only because they're narrowing down and focusing on a specific subset of people. Okay. And, Eris Sims, who is actually one of the people in this video, that's her right there. She focused on parents. Okay. And with her she has 5 kids. She obviously cares about her kids a lot and is very family oriented. And so for her, focusing on talking to parents, particularly like young parents, is very natural. Okay. So if you can find a niche that you identify with, maybe you have, some commonalities. Somebody said, I want to buy more Chipotle. Are you guys able to hear me? Is that a problem? Just let me know. I don't know if only Anna is having that problem or if other people are. Who wants to buy more Chipotle and why? Can I explain on that a little more? I'm not sure where that came from or how you even know that I just got Chipotle. But anyway, yeah. So back to what I was talking about, the niches. So again, if you guys can find a niche that you really identify with and have some commonalities with, that is a huge factor as well. So like this example, Eris is, getting a 10 to 5-1 return from her lead spend. And it's because she is going niche and picking, and like parents is not a specific niche at all. It's still pretty broad, but the advertising is tailored to them. Her sales process is tailored to them. Everything is tailored to speak specifically to parents. And that has been a massive contributor to her success. Number 3, all of these students that we interviewed are running personalized video ads with their faces in them. All right. And the reason that these work so well is the same reason that me doing this live stream and us having this YouTube channel works so well. Because when you see somebody consistently and they are speaking in video format on social media, you start to almost kind of recognize them, and you assume that they're an expert. So if I'm always on YouTube talking about Facebook leads and Facebook ads, like when you think of Facebook leads for insurance, I guarantee you my face pops into your mind. My face and Julian's face pops in your and the same thing should happen when your clients are thinking about life insurance, right? And so let's say I want to target truckers and I'm going to become the life insurance guy for truckers, right? I'm going to run an ad with me in it talking to truckers about life insurance for truckers. And I'm going to tailor everything in my marketing to talk specifically to them. Now, when they call me or when they have an appointment or I call them, I'm like, hey, I'm that guy from the ad that you just saw and you clicked on. And I immediately have a bit of rapport that's already built. I have an in, right? They already perceive me as the expert in that field being life insurance for truckers. And so Dan, who we interviewed in the video, he's doing face-to-face in Ohio. He's in his own videos. Sebastian is running a Spanish ad. He's in his own videos, killing it. And Eris as well is in her own video and killing it. So a big commonality we've seen amongst successful people in the group is they run their own ads with themselves in their video, right? Not to mention it also builds a ton of trust if you are willing to be in your own ad. All right, so we actually have a few more key tips. I have number 4, A big thing that I've seen is auto booked appointments. All right. So a lot of these agents that are seeing success, they are running an auto booked appointment. And for anyone that does not know what that means, an auto booked appointment is basically an appointment where the lead books themselves, right? So, for example, let's say I see an ad on Facebook, I click on it, fill out the form. After I fill out the form, I'm directed to a landing page. Okay. So this landing page is going to have a calendar. It's kind of a video explaining what it's about. And if I decide to book on the calendar, I am auto booking an appointment. So the whole point of the landing page is to prompt them to book on the calendar. Now, obviously, the reason that auto books are, such a high value type of appointment and a high value type of lead is that now I can spend less time calling and I can spend more time talking to people. And the cool thing is, even if I don't show up to an auto booked appointment, which will happen, I mean, you'll get people that no show. I no show people sometimes if I book appointments just because I forget. But if they no show you, it doesn't mean that they're not interested, because the auto booked appointment is the highest intent of a lead, because I've already shown that I'm interested beyond just becoming a lead. If I go out of my way to book an appointment with you, I select a time, that means that I'm more interested than somebody who just became a lead. So even if you don't, let's see, I see, can you dive into connecting with that niche or finding it? Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll get into that in just a second. So even if the lead doesn't show up, I now have a subset of my leads that are now higher intent leads because they've all booked appointments. So auto booked appointments is a huge thing. Having a system and a framework for that is a massive contributor to your success. So another thing, that the fifth thing that I'm going to cover here, is every single time that the top producers in Insurance Agent Freedom, this group right here, ask or sell a policy, they're asking for referrals. So your Anna here is a self-gen lead. Great job. Let's keep looking. I'm trying to find, because I know Eris has been dropping a ton of referrals in here. Self-gen. Let's see. I'm going to show you guys some of these. There's auto book right there. Auto book appointment. Self-gen. Geez, come on. Where are these referrals? There's so many posts in here, it's hard to find. There we go. These were referrals right here. So when Eddie and Eris's ads went down because Facebook was bugging the last week, they were running only referrals on their book. So anytime that you sell a policy, you should be asking for referrals. Okay. And the reason why is because you get more shots per lead that you have if you ask for a referral. So highlight off. One lead can legit turn into 131 leads. One lead can turn into 131 leads. Let me make this bigger so you guys can see this. One lead can turn into 131 just by asking for referrals. We have a YouTube video. Where is it? I think it's under sales training. Here it is. 131. I'll post this in the live chat if you guys want to see this. So 131 leads, 131 sales can legit come from one lead. And that's only from asking for referrals. I'm not going to go in depth on how exactly that works because we have a whole video that does it, but check this video out after this live stream to see the process of how you can turn one lead into 131. But the key is asking for referrals. That is a massive way to decrease your cost per sale, because a referral costs you nothing. Every time you generate a lead, it costs you some amount of money, but your cost per sale will go down the more sales you make on referrals. So that's a great thing that you should be doing. All right. So one thing that we consistently see, and before I get into this, I'm going to look at this and answer some of your guys' questions. Dive more into connecting with the niche or finding it. So as far as connecting with a niche, a big thing with that is looking for points of tangency. What that means is basically like things that you have in common with the people that you're going to target. So, for example, Eris is a parent. She's targeting parents, right? If I've been a trucker in the past, or I know a lot of truckers, or I like talking to truckers, maybe I should target truckers, right? But also, one thing to consider is you don't necessarily always have to have a point of tangency, right? You can still target a niche that you didn't work in or don't have like a family connection to if you understand them. Okay. And that's like, I mean, the biggest thing is making sure that there's a need and then filling that need and focusing on the need. Finding a niche is really just thinking about, hey, what are some dangerous jobs? What are some jobs where people go to work every day but they don't have life insurance? And that is a big thing when looking for trying to find a niche. This person says, what program is it that you guys offer to help with the picture/video ads as well as the CRM automations? So I'm going to get into that in just a minute here. If you guys have any more questions, I'm going to get into this and kind of like explain what that looks like. But if you guys have any more questions before I jump into the second half of this presentation, be sure to drop them in the comments. I'm going to take a couple minutes here to answer them. And then we're going to get into the second half, which is going to be the hurdles and the problems that I see a lot of agents running into when they're trying to implement this strategy and ultimately make a ton of money. This person said no. I'm guessing that means you don't have any questions. All right, let's see. Not seeing any questions come in at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into everything here. Let me reshare my screen. All right. So let's get back to this doc here. All right. So the biggest problems that I see with the process are these three. Okay. People have a lot of issues with scripting and editing the personalized video ads. At the end of the day, most people like just don't really have the eye for it. Like they don't really understand what needs to be in the ad. And most of that is just like a lack of education. They haven't spent the time to develop like the vision to see what would work well or how to write a good script, what converts, all that kind of stuff. Anyone could do this. It's just, do you have the time for it, right? Number two is setting up the CRM to generate the auto book deployments. If you don't have a CRM that already has that, you have to build all of this from scratch. I've done it. It's a pain in the ass. So a big part is like, how do I actually get the system in place to get auto book deployments? So that's a big hurdle for a lot of people. And then also like, how are you going to generate the leads on Facebook and then scale it from a low budget, right? To where you're able to get like 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 300 leads a day if you're trying to feed a team. And that is another barrier, right? So it's like, how do I make the ads? How do I set up the system for auto books and all this? And then also, how do I scale it so that I can generate leads for myself, generate leads for a team, do all of that, right? And so this is where we come in. We actually offer a setup that does all of this. Basically, we'll script all the ads for you. You can either have ads that we've already made, or you can be in your own ads. We offer two different options. Ads that we already made, we just have those that are in specific niches that we already know work. Or if you want to do, we call it the personal branding package. So you're in your own video, you're able to, pick a different niche if you want to, or you can stick with one of the ones that we already recommend and get all of your videos made. So we script them for you, we edit them. Who here has seen videos that we've edited? Saying you can't hear me. Can you guys hear me now, or is it still an issue? Hello? Said you froze. Just comment, I can hear you, or I can't hear you. All right, I'm getting yeses. I'm guessing that's about if you guys have seen the videos, just let me know. Okay, so some people can hear fine, some people can't. If you can't hear, it might be your internet. But it seems like everything's good on our end here. But let me I'm going to pull you guys up one of the videos we made. This was one we did for a personal branding package. Some of you guys have probably seen this video before. All right, so let's see. I'm actually going to download this and then do present video file. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to show you guys one of the videos that we made. All right, can you guys hear this video right here that's going on? Let me know if you guys can hear the video. There's just like the little brief sound that you would have heard. Okay. So I'm seeing that people can hear it. Perfect. All right, guys. So I'm going to play this video. And this is basically one of the videos that we did for the personal.
I've been in construction for over 25 years. And if you've been in construction for any amount of time, you know just about anything can happen on the job. Early on, I realized just how dangerous our jobs can be. First big job site I was on, 3 weeks in the business, we had a crane failure right at the end of the day. Almost killed me and 10 of my coworkers. 2 hours after I got home, still shook up from what happened on the job, my grandfather passed away right in front of me from a long battle with cancer. 3 years later, another crane failure. This time killed an iron worker. His wife and 9 kids were left with nothing. I tell you this not to scare you, but to help prepare you. After being in the industry and witnessing accidents happen on and off the job, friends and coworkers passing away so suddenly, I've made it my mission to help tradesmen like you protect your families. I specialize in helping construction workers get up to $1 million in life insurance to protect their families from financial disaster, with no medical exams and no blood work required. That way, in case something does happen and you don't make it home, your family can still put food on the table and the house payment can still be made. Construction workers of all trades, I'm here to help you. I know what it's like. I've witnessed it happen in my own life. Do the right thing. Click learn more down below to fill out the short survey and see how much coverage you can qualify for. It's a quick and simple process. My name is Brian Armsey. Let's work together to protect your family today.
All right. So from that video, what did you guys, what stood out to you guys from the video you just watched? What were the biggest takeaways, the biggest points that you guys noticed? Let's see. All right. I got that you guys can hear me now. That's good. Perfect. Emotional value. Yep. That's a big one. Specializes in coverage for for construction workers. Yep. Accidents can happen. So basically the whole point of this video, I mean, you guys can see the guy's literally in a construction hat. Like, he's not faking it by any means. He's on a construction site in a construction hat, or hard hat, I think they call it, with the vest on. Like, he fits the part. So the thing that you guys should take away from this is, if you're a construction worker watching this, the first few seconds, construction workers, they'll watch, they're called construction fails. Like, if you go to YouTube, you guys will see this. They're they're just called construction fails. And it's like dumb shit happening on a construction site. So we catch their attention first with a construction fail and then go straight into it. It already kind of still fits what they were already watching, because it's a guy on a construction site. And now he's kind of getting emotional. He's starting to talk to them, tell them a story. And if you're a salesperson, you know that facts tell, but stories sell. This guy is telling a story. And ultimately, this video here generated an absolute shit ton of leads for this guy, and did very, very well. So my point in showing you guys that is basically that is the service that we offer for people, to help them with those videos like that. So let me get back here to the sheet that I have. So again, if you guys want to get a similar video made, that's something that we can help you with. And then let me see. I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into kind of what that process looks like. So we'll edit the ads for you, write the script, game plan all of that with you guys. And then from there, we help you launch your ads. So we'll actually do a live setup call with you guys to help launch your ads into Facebook. I've noticed like a lot of people will maybe they kind of like they get the basics of it, but when it comes to actually plugging it into Facebook, that's where I've seen a lot of people that will struggle. And so what we can do is basically help you guys actually implement everything, put it into Facebook over a live call so that you guys are able to do that without any bumps in the road. So this is a thing we offer. You guys also get the CRM, which all of these agents that are in the video, the 166K video, they're all using the CRM for the auto booked appointments. So that's basically how they're able to implement that strategy. Has all of that already built out into the CRM for you. So all you're doing is like plugging and playing your first name, your last name. You set up your calendar, all super simple stuff. And we also can help you guys set that up over the call. And then we have, you guys will get a personal mentorship over 8 weeks inside of our mastermind call. We just actually had one of those earlier today where we went over in-depth different people's ad accounts, gave them different scaling strategies so they could get up to a point where they have so many leads that they have no choice but to recruit agents. So instead of, hey, I want to recruit agents and then I have to find leads, I have so many leads that I can't even work them all. I need people to come and help me. So that's basically where we're trying to get everybody inside of that mastermind. And then another thing this is a really big thing that I see within the insurance agent community is like, there's so many people that they will make sales. They're really good salespeople. Like they know how to make sales, but the problem is they don't actually make any money because they don't know their numbers. How many people watching this, comment below if you actually track your numbers. So when I say track your numbers, I mean like, how many dials you made, how many answers you got, how many sales you made, your profit per day, how much profit you made per week. Now, I'm not just talking like there's so many agents that literally just know their AP. Okay. And so what I'm talking about specifically is how many of you guys actually know how much profit you guys are making. So I see Taryn just raised his hand. Scott says track. So you're tracking your numbers. Let's see. Spreadsheet guru here. That's great to hear. That's absolutely fantastic. But for every single person that's commenting that they do track their numbers, there's about 3 of you that aren't. And that's not to call you out, but it is to call you out in a way, because what you guys can do, let's see, make the video, but put it in Facebook. What you can do is we'll basically like we can give you guys all the tools you need. Like we have it's called a KPI tracker. So you just put in the amount of dials you do, you put in your sales, chargebacks, all of that, and it calculates all of your numbers for you. So it'll tell you, hey, this is how many dials it takes for me to make a sale. This is my cost per sale. This is how many leads I need to buy or how many leads I need to generate. And so by knowing all your numbers, you can tell if you need to scale your business or if there's something wrong with it. Because so basically if you guys can picture this in your head, right? Like let's say your business is like a house. Okay. So you have a roof, you have a foundation, you have, your rooms and everything inside. But for this, we're just going to focus on the roof. So the roof and the gutters, right? That is like your profitability. Okay. If it starts raining, which just means more clients coming in, more lead spend, just ramping everything up, and you have holes in your roof, you're going to have some problems, right? You're going to start having some leaks. After a while, those leaks are going to get into your foundation. Your foundation is going to rot and your whole house is going to freaking collapse. But if you track your numbers and you patch up all those holes in your roof, when it starts to rain, It's going down the roof into the gutters. The gutters are funneling it into a rain barrel. And at a certain point, you're off city water because you have so much water stored up, and you're freaking killing it. At that point, it doesn't matter if a hurricane comes. There are no holes in your roof. Everything is systemized, and all of the water is being directed where it needs to, and you're all good. So that is the power of tracking your numbers, is when you know your numbers, you know when to scale, and you know when to cut back. See, someone says, who has a good commission/policy tracker on Excel? We do. If you guys are in our course, yeah, it comes with it. So if you guys are in the platinum setup or the course, you guys will get the KPI tracker. It's included. So if you guys have the course already, if you scroll down to the very bottom, there's a bonus module where the KPI tracker is in there, and it'll help you track all your numbers. So that's something we have, like, for people that are with the course or the done with you. You guys both will have access to that. But let me get back to this. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit more about that program. So basically, what we implemented with this whole platinum setup program, you guys will have so you get 8 weeks of profitability coaching, like 60 days basically, and you guys get 4 calls per month, or excuse me, 8 calls per month. I'm bugging here. 8 calls per month. 4 are about Facebook, so helping you ramp up your lead spend and scale with all that. And then 4 are going to be about like your profitability and knowing your numbers and sales and appointment setting. Because like a big thing that we see also, and this is another key to the people that are succeeding, is actually having a good script and a good sales process, right? I know, believe it or not, you actually have to be somewhat decent at sales to make sales. So in order to do that, you want to have kind of a system behind it. So another thing we have for you guys is a script that has performed extremely well for us. This is basically the exact same script Julian and I used to go from 0 to 200K in our first 6 months in the business. And so the script, we sell it for $1. It's called the Skeleton Key script. If you guys want me to drop that in the chat below, I will do that if you guys want. Just let me know. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull that up for you guys. But if you guys want access to that script, it's only $1, and it'll just be added into your Kajabi, which is where like the course, the mini course, all that stuff is hosted. But I'm going to drop that down below. So having a good script is very important. But in addition, like if you guys get the setup, you guys will also have calls with Julian, and he can like work with you one-on-one with the sales and everything to help get you guys up to speed to where you're not only generating leads, but you're closing the leads you generate and getting referrals on the people you close, which is super important. So I just posted that. It's just advancedagentmarketing.com/skeleton key. Wait, hold up. Yeah, there we go. So if you guys click on that link, you'll be able to get access to it. Well, yeah, that's basically how everything works. The platinum setup, we actually, so for everybody out there, we actually just partnered with a company that will help with financing. So there's 2 different options for the platinum setup. We have one that runs for $3K, and then we have one that runs for $4K. The $3K is the instant package, where basically we give you guys the videos that we are using in our own campaigns. Basically, you guys are just able to use those. We kind of like white label them to you. So we add your headshot to those photos, or to those videos that we have. So you guys are able to capitalize on ads that we've already proven that work. That is the instant package. So that one runs for $3K. That comes with all the coaching, the 60 days of everything. We also guarantee, we have a guarantee behind the product. So if you guys commit and actually make, stick with the activity that we give you, there's certain like amount of calls that you're supposed to make, certain amount of, money you're supposed to spend on leads. But if you guys don't double your money from the program in 60 days, we give you all your money back. So that's also an option too. We basically, we're very confident that if you actually implement what we give you, it's nearly impossible not to double your money. We have that guarantee as well. And then the personal branding package runs for $4K. But like I was mentioning before, for some of you guys that like don't want to put all of that investment into the program, We also partnered with that financing company. So you guys can basically, you can leverage other people's money to build your business. So you basically, you sign up, you get it's a loan with a third party service. And what it comes out to, if you have like reasonably good credit, is about $130 a month. And then as you're signing up clients, you're basically able to pay off that entire investment. But that's another option that we offer for everyone that doesn't want to put a few $1,000s and tie that up into the program, so that you can instead invest that money back into leads. So we also offer that option. It's basically like, it's like what you guys are signing your clients up for. It's like you're signing your clients up for an insurance policy between, if your final expense, you're probably looking at about $80 a month. If you're selling term, sometimes people are selling term that's like $200 a month. So it's basically like you are signing up for your own insurance policy to get all of the things that you need to sign up a ton of people on an insurance policy is how it is put simply. So if you guys are interested in seeing if you would qualify for that option that we have, or just getting more information on it, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, click this link that I just dropped there. And then if you guys are watching this on Facebook, you guys can click this link. And this is just a link to set up an appointment so you guys can get more information on it. So the first link is for people watching on YouTube, and the second link is for people watching on Facebook. I just posted that there in the chat for you guys. Book an appointment. You guys will either speak with Julian, John, or Dennis, and they will help see if you guys qualify for the financing, or if you guys just want to do the upfront option, that is also an option as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have as far as the presentation of everything. Do you guys have any questions about anything I talked about there, or any questions about anything in general? Be sure to drop those in the comments down below. Let's see. Any questions? And for anybody asking about the course, we're working on revamping that. So eventually we're going to be upping that price to $997. At the moment, it's $497. If you get in, like if you already are a member of the course, you'll get access to everything once we revamp it. But basically, we're going to add in a ton of extra content, add in different products and how to advertise them. Some more stuff on terms, some more stuff on IULs, annuities, all that kind of stuff, and then be raising the price once we do that. But yeah, that's kind of our plan over the next couple of weeks here, in addition to everything that we're already doing. But any questions? I'm not seeing anything come through yet. Let's see. I'll give you guys a couple minutes here to ask questions. And then if I don't see anything come through, then I'll go ahead and hop off here. Can you explain what questions Facebook does not allow in forms? So there's a lot of things that they don't allow. I'll kind of give you like a brief overview. Basically, anything that's like super personal. So you can't talk about like, what's your social security number. You don't want to ask like health questions in the Facebook forms. That's something that I would definitely steer away from. Just because they don't like that. It kind of goes against their whole privacy policy and everything. So anything that's like health questions, hey, are you a smoker? Are you a diabetic? Are you this? Are you that? What is your income? Stay away from all that kind of stuff. And then also like any question that you could ask that you could also ask by, like just like in their other questions. So basically, so if you can ask, like, for example, if I can ask their date of birth, I can't ask how old they are because it's the same question, right? So if I can ask their date of birth, I can't ask how old they are. If I can ask their state, I can't ask, hey, what state do you live in? So anything that would like contradict or overlap with the questions that you can already ask, you can't ask that. And then anything that's like a personal identifier. So that's like banking info, social security, driver's license, what's your credit score, anything like that, steer away from for sure. Let's see. Will we ever cover YouTube ads? Potentially, potentially. But honestly, like the best way to get started, the best way to scale and like get something off the ground is with Facebook. YouTube can be kind of complex. Facebook is super easy to learn, super easy to scale, and it works. Like that's where the majority of the audience is. So Facebook is definitely the best bet at the moment. Let's see. I see Joe says, personally, I feel it's too expensive. Expensive. Okay. Well, Joe, let me ask you a question, man. So if I told you that you could get $100,000 and all you had to pay was 10, is 10 too expensive? And so it's kind of the same thing. Like if you are unwilling to invest in your own business, how do you expect your clients to invest with you? How, like, why should your clients spend money with you if you aren't willing to spend money on yourself? So it kind of comes down to like, what's the return on the investment? Because at the end of the day, like nothing is too expensive if the return is there. Like if you told me, hey, I'll give you $1 million, but you got to give me 100 grand, guarantee you I'm going to find the 100 grand. So, I mean, that you're entitled to your opinion for sure. Our students that are seeing success definitely don't think that, but again, you're totally entitled to your opinion. That's 100% up to you. So let's see. I'm not seeing the link that you posted. Let me post it again. I can just give you the one for Facebook, Chelsea, because I see you're here. All right. That is the link for you, Chelsea. I just posted it. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like it's not going to Facebook. That's what the issue is. So I'll just post it here on Facebook so you guys can get that. Let me go here. I'm going to post it in this other spot as well, just to make sure you get it. Trying to find my own live stream on Facebook. And yeah, guys, feel free to ask any more questions. I got a couple more minutes here before I got to hop off. Let's see. Tell you what, I'm just going to send it to you over DM. I don't know why it's not letting me post it on Facebook, but I'll just shoot it to you in a direct message real quick. Here we go. All right. Let's see. All right. I'm seeing, I don't know why these aren't popping up on Facebook. I'm not sure who's saying, Tim, I'm in the 77 cents program. Okay, here it is. Now they're popping up. Thinking about hiring an actor for the vid because it's for final expense and I'm pretty young. My thoughts. Honestly, I don't really think that you need to hire an actor. Like you're the agent. So if you make a video for final expense, like that will totally, like it's no problem. It'll work. If you want us to help, we also we can just do like individual video ads. So we can make you a set of 3. Just let me know and I can send you the link for that and help you out with it. Let's see. 77 cents course on me video ad. Joe, you're killing me, man. You're funny, dude. You said Zippo can do it for $500. Go for it, man. Go for it. If you can get somebody to set up all your ads and give you coaching for $500, I would do it. I would definitely do it. But yeah, EJ, I honestly, dude, like I wouldn't worry about being too young to be in the ad. You could do it yourself. Like if you make the script, edit the video well, and do all that, you'll be good to go. So I have plenty of people that are doing everything and running their own ad. I have people that are in the platinum setup that are like 20, 21. We run ads like with ourselves in them all the time. So yeah, it's not really an issue by any means. Let's see. Scott says, do I offer private one-on-one sessions by the hour? No, at the moment I don't. Reason why is if I did, I'd probably be in coaching calls all day. And like my goal is not to just be like a one-on-one coach consultant. I'm trying to like build a program for people that like if I was only in coaching calls, like my skill set would stop at scaling like very small Facebook accounts. And so like potentially maybe something we'll offer in the future, but at the moment, like we do offer the coaching, but it's inside of the platinum setup. But yeah, the reason why is just because if I did, I'd be in coaching calls all day, and I wouldn't be able to like scale and help out with building the program and making everything better and doing the YouTube videos and all that stuff and these trainings. Like literally, probably 8 hours a day, I'd be in coaching calls. But yeah, it might be like a one-time offer that we do in the future. That's something that we've considered. If that's something that you guys would be interested in, let me know. And I'm open to doing that in the future, but probably not something that we're going to like regularly offer. OP says, I joined American Income. Any takes on them? I personally don't have any takes on American Income. Does anybody watching here, either on Facebook or YouTube, do you guys know anything about American Income or have any takes or any input on American Income? Somebody says they were with AIL. What was your experience? What was your experience with American Income? Lots of training, very old leads, bait and switch with child safety kits. That's fair enough. This person says, great place to learn, but independent is better. So probably not a bad option. You should definitely get like a ton of insight and knowledge and value and whatnot, but maybe at a certain point you might want to go independent. But it's entirely up to you, man. It's entirely up to you. Your business, your career. It's like whatever works best for you is what's the best option. Like for some people, the company I used to be at would have been a great option, but for me and Julian, it just didn't make sense. So that was our take on it. And low commission, apparently. Well, cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on here and spending your, an hour of your time with me. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. And be sure to post that AP in the Facebook group. If you guys, I'm going to post this again, just so you guys have the link. Here's a link for YouTube, and then I'll also post it in the Facebook group, so you guys have that as well. So you can book a call and learn more about how we can help you scale your business. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Tuesday. Peace.